Today's a special day because I got an email to say, delivered. You know you love a glue when you stick with it. I have to drive to my letterbox. If I show you looking back, you can't even see my house from here. Okay, I'm back in the studio to praise Barely Art Glue. What's this? A random spring? That's too funny. 2 years ago, I done a video review about Barely Art Glue. I tried it for the first time and it took me 1 minute to love it. Fast forward to today. This time round, Barely Art have given me some of their little tip stoppers, so I'm trying these out as well as the pin, and I'll let you know what I think of it. I know a lot of you ask, can you get Barely Art Glue in Australia? Yes, you can. First thing, we have to pay a lot more for our stuff that comes from overseas here in Australia. Sorry, but there's nothing I can do about that. You can get it from amazon.com.au and I'll put the link below for you. And I've done some math for you. At $43 for a 4-ounce bottle, if you divide this over 3 years, you're paying $1.19 a month. And if you are on Prime and you don't pay for shipping, that's bugger all. Over 2 years, $1.80 a month. If you do have to pay, say, $20 for shipping, it's going to be about 5 cents a month. If you're in Australia and you don't want to use Amazon, just jump on Barely Art's website and go right here to their suppliers list. You'll be able to find it here. You can get it in New Zealand, and you can't buy it on the USA Amazon.com. You have to go to barelyart.com's main website. So just get on here and buy it from here. The good thing about the price is you get the extras with it. So you're getting the screw top lid that's interchangeable, a fine tip metal lid, this tip with the bigger hole in it, you get the closed tip, and you get a stainless steel long pin. When I do my demo, I use the fine tip all the time because this glue is so strong. It's industrial strength. Where I live, it doesn't snow, but if you're in the snow, you don't have troubles with it freezing. It can be sent out all year long. You can get a refill bottle. It's 11 ounces or 325 ml. This glue is so good, honestly, it's going to last you ages. And of course, they've put the refill in this cute little bear bottle. Now, I'll show you one of the features that I absolutely love about this glue. The little tips here, you don't have to change the whole lid all the time. You just grab these little tips and they screw on and off. So they're pretty easy. You just grab the top and you just screw it anti-clockwise, I'd say, anti-clockwise, and just pull it out. And then you grab the next tip and you just pop that in and screw it in clockwise. And now you've got the big open mouth tip in here. And it's easy to change again. I'll screw this one off and screw this green tip on. This one has got no opening on it. So this one's perfect. If you know you're not going to be crafting for 3 days, you just put this tip on there and you've got no clogging problems with your fine tips. Look at that. They are so easy to use. I'm going to put my pin back in. Honestly, I leave my fine tip on all the time with the pin in it and I don't have any problems. But you can take the whole lid off. Just say you were going to craft camp for 3 days or a week. You can put this lid on and you know it's not going to leak when you are traveling. So you can get a refill, 4-ounce or a 2-ounce bottle. If you were a home crafter, the 2-ounce bottle will get you by. But for value for money, I suggest you get the 4-ounce bottle. $1.20 a month. You'll be loving it. So here's the little rubber tips. And this is the first time I've seen these rubber tips, but I like the idea of them. So they've got a stretchy ring on them, and this little cap just fits straight over the metal tip. I'm not sure where this ring goes, whether it goes on top of the lid or right under it. I just sit it here. Either will work well for you, the pin or the rubber stopper. Okay, it's demo time. I'm a junk journaler. Chances are you are too. So when we glue things, we want to know, can you see the glue? I was lucky enough to find this beautiful years old sticky tape. It was so discoloured and it just fell off the book pages. So I gathered it all up. Now I want to use it, but I don't want to see the glue behind it because the sticky tape is clear. So I just put a little bit of glue behind the sticky tape. You can see the glue. So when I put the glue on, I'm then going to wipe it with my finger so it just smears it. So it's all spread out all over the back of the sticky tape. You can still see the glue here. But by the time I've put it down on my card, it's gone. You can't see it. This glue dries so fast and it disappears. So look at that. Perfect. So it passed this test with flying colours. This time I'm going to glue 2 book pages together, and this is something we do often. This is a vintage book page. It is so old. The paper is firm. It's not brittle. So I'm going to put glue on both sides. I don't want my paper to wrinkle. So I'm going to close the 2 pages together, and then I use my bone folder to flatten any of that glue. Because I'm using my fine tip, I'm not over gluing. Look how flat this is. This turned out perfect. I can go ahead and use this page for whatever I want. Now I'm going to glue 2 sheets of 250 gram cardstock together. This is another one, depending on the glue you use, you'll get warping. It's a major problem when we're doing our crafting. Whether you're making a greeting card or just making a journaling card. I've got a front and a back here. So I'm going to turn them over and just put the glue on the back using my same circular motion. Then put a bit of glue in the corners and around the edge. Look how easy that was to put the stopper on the glue. Did you notice that? I done that without even thinking about it. Now I'm going to pick up the 2 pieces and put them together. Now you watch how fast this glue's drying. I can barely move the top sheet of this cardstock. It has grabbed. So I get my bone folder again and I just smooth down to make sure I've got the best contact and make sure there's no raised bits. Look how flat it is. This is cardstock. No buckling, no warping. It's as flat as a tack. So I've trimmed the edges of my cabinet card and rounded the corners, coloured the edges, and I've got a lovely faux cabinet card for my junk journal. This time I'm going to glue 2 pieces of paper together. This is copy paper. It works the same whether you're using 80 GSM paper or 100 GSM paper. This time I'm only going to glue it on one side. I just want to really see whether it's going to warp or not. And it doesn't. Look at that. The quality of this glue is so good, you do not need to put tons and tons of glue on it. Just use the method, that squiggly method that I use, and it's enough to hold the 2 pieces together. You could easily put it on both sides of the paper, but you see it for yourself. It works on one side. So if you use paper and not cardstock, proof's in the pudding, it works. Now a review wouldn't be complete unless we included Does It Glue Vellum. I'm going to do something a little unusual here. I'm going to glue vellum to vellum, just so you can really see the glue at work. You can really see the glue here. Normally you would put little glue dots behind your vellum in an inconspicuous place like this piece here. Now this piece here looks terrible. This is a piece of vellum glued onto a printable. So in this instance, this didn't turn out very nice at all. Right, the dot method works. I could get away with this. But now I'm going to show you a method that looks pretty good. Now it's an improvement on the vellum. So you just put your glue down and you just smudge it all over, just like I did on that sticky tape piece before. The smudge method just takes away those visible lines. See, look at that. You can still see it, but it's nowhere near as ugly. The little dot methods work because it just makes the flowers look like they're meant to be. Now it's going to be very rare that you glue vellum this way. Now what would it look like if we'd done the same test and glued vellum onto white paper? So smudge method again, and this would be perfectly acceptable. The squiggle method, it also works. So belly art glue is suitable for gluing vellum onto white paper. Okay, but it has to pass the tea-dyed paper test. Squiggly lines, vellum onto tea-dyed paper. Now the smudge test, vellum onto tea-dyed paper. So there you have it, both pass the test. So if you only craft occasionally, obviously the 2-ounce bottle is half the size of the 4-ounce bottle. The 2-ounce bottle is going to last you so long, but if you craft a little bit more, the 4-ounce bottle will suit you. You get a lot more value out of the 4-ounce bottle. Let me know if you'd like to try it and if you have any questions about it before you buy it. Thanks for watching and bye for now.